activity, students will consolidate their understanding of different states of matter and that heat is the jiggling of molecules, and learn that different substances melt at different temperatures by creating a foil boat to melt butter in with a hot water bath. For each group, you'll need a small square of aluminium foil, about 10 to 15 centimeters wide, a cup or similar shaped object, butter, some marbles, and something that can be used as a water bath. You may like to provide each group with a small bath or use a large tub for the whole class. You'll also need some crushed ice for the class demonstration. Start by placing both a small piece of ice and a small dollop of butter onto a dish at the front of the class. Then ask students what they think will happen to each substance if we leave them out at room temperature. Guide students to think about this in terms of how the tiny molecules are moving in each substance, and then put the dish aside for now. Now demonstrate the following method for making the foil boats. Take the square of foil and place the cup in the middle of the square. Then, with one student holding the cup in place, fold up the sides around the outside of the cup like so. Then remove the cup and pinch in the walls down to about 2 to 3 centimeters on all sides. This works best with only a single layer of foil to ensure good heat conduction. Once students have made their boats, they should test to ensure that they will float by placing the boat into a water bath and placing a couple of marbles or similar into the boat. You may like to integrate this activity with a separate arts and craft lesson in which students design and build a more sophisticated foil boat, and resources for foil boats can easily be found on the internet. Now return to the dish of ice and butter. Students should see that the ice has melted, but the butter is still a solid. Then each group should place a dollop of butter into their boat. Then they should collect some hot tap water in their bath, and then place the boat into the hot water bath. They'll quickly observe that the butter begins to melt. Conclude by asking students what happened to the molecules in both the ice and the butter, and why they think the two substances melted at different temperatures. Students should recall that as the substances heat up, the molecules jiggle more and more until they're jiggling so much that they break free from the electrical forces that hold them in place, and they start to mingle with each other. Then explain that the forces that hold butter molecules together in a solid are stronger than the forces that hold water molecules together in ice, which is why we need to heat up butter to a higher temperature before it melts.